What do we have here? Oh. What's up, y'all? Hey, Haunt fam. It's Kellen with K&T Do Halloween here. Good thing I found y'all in there. Because today, I think I'm going to do an unboxing. Surprising, when I came home, we actually had some props show up from Distortions. Super excited about them, but I'm like super tired, and I think I'm going to try one of those like YouTube snap your finger things to get them upstairs. This may fail miserably, but I'm trying. So I think you just do something like this. Let's see if this actually worked. Highly doubt it, but you know, I guess it was worth a try. Oh, nice. All right, well, I guess it actually worked. So I'm thinking, I mean, we gotta kind of get ready. Like, maybe we need like a little unboxing dance. I don't know, like a little something to get ourselves, you know, ready. Now that the boxes are up here, I just want to say a few things before I get to unboxing. One, I bought these ourselves. Full retail, our money. I ordered them. They were not given to us. None of that. Two, I have not opened these at all. They are completely sealed, and I am not a good person at hiding my reactions, so you will get a pretty true reaction whether I like it or don't like it. Three, I've been a fan of Distortions ever since I can remember. I was a teenager in the 90s. I started collecting a few of their masks. I, like many, followed them on, I believe, in 2007 and 8 when they had Monster Makers on TV. That was super fun. And now, in my mid-30s, we're finally in a place where we can spend money on things like really awesome professional Halloween props. This was a little bit frustrating to place the order, and it took a long time to process. I know things, you know, get busy, and you know, it was more a matter of the fact of, you know, when we ordered it, you know, it was estimated to be, you know, 1 to 3 weeks. It ended up being closer to 6 weeks, and a lot of emails back and forth, but they did show up, and I am very grateful for that. And, you know, it was just a little bit frustrating, so I would have to say, you know, get to them early in the season. And I'm ready to open these things because my inner child is freaking out right now, wanting to open these things. So, Distortions, I'm really excited. The shipping totally bummed me out that it took 5 weeks, but the inner kid in me doesn't care. I waited 6 weeks or more for things, you know, proof of purchase things to come back from cereal boxes as a kid, so 5 weeks is nothing compared to the 6 to 8 I used to wait for, you know, things like color changing spoons. So let's open this one to the side, and we're going to open this one first. Why do you always feel so, I feel so badass with a box cutter? Something about it. Something about it. Okay, I'm going to set this down before it falls on my face, and, you know, I end up on one of those like viral fail videos. Unboxing fail. And happy the Friday the 13th to everybody. I just got back and completely forgot, but I was reminded today that not only is it Friday the 13th, but it is also a full moon, which is why my house sounded like the Serengeti last night. It was ridiculous. Our animals were running around like wild beasts chasing each other. So this is neat. I can already see through the bag. It looks like, you know, it fits perfectly in here. But anybody who's a fan or who knows Distortion or likes their props will probably instantly recognize what this is. It looks like we got a power cord. This is their moving monument prop. Now, when I saw this, I just had to have it. We build a lot of our own tombstones, and there's many videos out there of tipping tombstones and rocking tombstones. I think this was just the cool factor of the fact that it was made by Distortions Unlimited and Ed and their team, and I couldn't be more excited and had to kind of have it in the graveyard. So it is foam latex. It's squishy. I could feel it through the package or the bag. Wow. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff. This looks really slick, y'all. It feels really well made. You know, this is, they consider it a professional haunt prop, Halloween prop. And I'm gonna spin it around so you can see the back and the mechanism that's in here. I think that pops on right there. So basically, it looks like it has a wiper motor inside, and all steel welded mechanism. The prop is foam latex, and wow, this feels really solid and well built. The joint was disconnected, but I have a feeling that's done for shipping. This is really cool. So after, I'm gonna set these up so you guys can actually see the movement and things like that. I think this one I can do. The other one is a pneumatic. So I'll have to take that one out into the garage and actually do it out there, because I'm not bringing my air compressor in here, y'all. I love y'all, but not that much. Most of their foam and their foam latex props and things like this, they do sell them without the motor and the mechanisms in them. So you can't just buy them, or most of them, as a static prop. It just has one of those 2.1, it's these little connections that everybody's using. I can't think of off the top of my head, but you know what I'm talking about. All right. So there you go. Right out of the box. Working. That's pretty neat. That's really cool. It's very silent. Like I said, it does have a welded steel structure in it, so I can see that this is going to last. I'm going to have to do something to protect the inside from moisture. Most of their props aren't designed to be out in the elements without protection. I'm really impressed with this. I'm really excited by it. I like the way it's painted. However, I'm super sorry, Ed, I love y'all. But I will probably go back in with some black paint and just fill in some of the darker areas. Everybody has their own look that they go for with their tombstones and their haunt. This one, to me, is super realistic looking, which is great. But I want to see some of those black lowlights in there and shadows, especially in these elements, to bring it out. Because our tombstones are almost stylized cartoony, I like to say, and cartoonish, where they have very dark, deep shadows to them, very high contrast, and it's because we use a lot of lighting, and I like it to really, I have to say I'm really pleased with this. I will have to mount it to some sort of plywood base or something like that, because you can kind of see on the carpet, it's a little wobbly, it's supposed to be, but I'm really excited about this one. So let's open the next one. Round 2. So this one is probably one of my all-time favorite Distortions props ever. I think they came out with it in 2010. I had to have this, so it's kind of funny. The name of the prop kind of ties in with our family a little bit. So here we go. Ooh. Aww. So I have to say first, as I'm looking into the box, you guys, like I said, you're getting a true reaction from me. I haven't opened these before. There's a very sweet note in here from Marsha. I'm not going to share it with you guys because it's, you know, my interaction with them as a company. Thank you so much, Marsha. I don't know if you were ever going to watch this video or anything like that, but thank you. So sweet. Totally lives up to everything that I expected with you guys. And as I said at the beginning, I love you guys as a company. And thank you so much. I'm a crybaby and such a drama queen, so like stuff like this, when people, I get emotional, y'all. But I'm gonna try and take this out as easily as possible. I can already tell it looks so cool. Packing peanuts. Okay. I'm just trying to be careful because I don't know how this is actually packed in here, and I don't want to break it. So, I don't know. Can anybody tell from the back what it is? It's a she. It's a beautiful, beautiful girl. And I'm gonna slide this out of my way. Sorry, y'all. I'm making a mess, but I'm holding. Okay, guys. Let's give you guys the reveal first. How about that? How about that? I can see the back, and she feels really cool, so. Hey, y'all. Meet Debbie. Shut up, y'all. What? Okay. Wow. So this is Distortions Spitting Debbie. Now, my mother's name is Deborah. The one thing that will enrage my sweet, loving Italian mother is if you call her Debbie. She hates it. She will take Deb, she will take Deborah, she will take Deborah. She hates Debbie. It's a running joke in the family. It literally just grinds her gears every time you say it. Beautiful thing animates later, but I'm gonna take a second to just kind of look at it and take it in, because I'm kind of overwhelmed by it right now. Wow. Wow. And so, compose myself for a second. Okay, so this is, all right. Sorry, y'all. This is one of those things where it's almost, I get emotional, but in a good way, because I can remember being a kid and thinking, oh my God, it'd be so cool to be able to one day own something like that. So to see it in front of me in my 30s is really cool. And I told y'all I'm a big baby about this. She spits water out of her mouth, she tips her head down and chews and gnarls on this pretty ridiculous looking leg. And the original version, when they first debuted it at Trans World, had this wonderful eviscerated piece of flesh that was hanging from her mouth. And really it just stuck with me. I requested that they do the little piece hanging off versus the one that I've seen lately that has the one missing. They did it. It looks awesome. And I couldn't be happier with it. I'm super excited to take it out into the garage and actually hook it up so you guys can see the animation. And I can see it as well. The prop is solid foam latex all the way around. It's one single piece, so there's no seams or anything to put together. That's really, distinctly Distortions Unlimited, the masterful artist that sculpted this and created the solid form for this animatronic, really makes it a super durable prop that we are going to have for a really long time. All of her bits and pieces are in here. They did mention that the speaker, controller, Probably something else was being shipped separate. So this is a plug and play animatronic. It comes fully wired, fully assembled, programmed, sound, ready to rock and roll. They've packed their stuff really well. And the neat thing is, if you have been a fan of them for a long time, and especially if you've seen their show, everybody who you've seen from the show actually has hands on these items and is actually shipping it out. So, hey Janine, I remember seeing you dealing with all the shipping orders. Thanks for the tracking updates. So, this is pretty cool. I actually haven't seen this before. This is how Distortions Unlimited does their amplifiers. I'm loving this retro Fat Boy amp. It's a bass amp too, which means it's gonna have some good sound for it. Now, really cool, on the back there's actually just an AC peekaboo controller. Yeah, just an AC peekaboo controller from Fright Props. Well, Fright Prop sells them. It's from Fright Ideas. And it just has two of these AC outlets that you can control, and you can put audio into it. They have done all of that for me, so we are not going to touch it because it's already programmed. And what they've done is they've actually color-coded the plugs from Debbie to the controller, which is super nice touch and super easy. So you can just plug these guys in, and they've also included a trigger push button. It looks like, well, I know because I've used this controller elsewhere in our display, you can hook up a motion controller, or you could trigger it via DMX. There's a lot of things you could do to trigger this prop because they are using the Fright Ideas Peekaboo AC controller. And I love that they've just mounted it to the back. It's kind of an all-in-one deal, and it looks great. And it comes with the headphone jack that plugs into the amp. The amp obviously is powered. It has two power cords that come off of it, so you'll need two forms of power to power this prop, as well as compressed air and water. You'll have to fill it with water so she actually spits. Next, I'm going to show you guys the motion of this lovely lady out in the garage. I'll be sure to set her up and show you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much, Marsha, for the note. That was super sweet. And Ed, Mondo, Janine, and everybody else who I'm forgetting at Distortions. This is amazing. What an awesome Friday the 13th. I'm still a little moisty-eyed because I am a crybaby with all of this stuff. But it's what an amazing thing. It was well worth the wait, And there's a reason Distortions Unlimited is such an amazing company, and they're so good. I'm going to go out and show you this lady. I hope everybody has an amazing Friday the 13th. And let's go check her out. Girl, come with me. She's mine. Alright, y'all. So I changed because it's still 100 degrees plus here in Texas, and it's super hot, so there's no way I was wearing long the t-shirt and the work shorts in the garage. So outside now, and I've got Spit and Debbie, and I've got the amp. I am sorry that the camera is so blurry. It's the lighting in here that's fairly terrible. So had to bring it out to the garage because that's where our projector is. So here we go. This is the amp that I set inside, and I apologize that the camera is having such trouble focusing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the corresponding cords coming off Debbie into the corresponding plugs on the controller. Like so. Now, sorry, the cables are kind of, there is also a 1/4 inch headphone jack that will go into the front of the Fat Boy amp input. I am going to turn the volume way down to not blast me with it. And you'll see the speaker is already switched to on. Here's our trigger button. Here is our prop controller power. Actually, this is our amp power. This is our Peekaboo AC prop controller. So, pull down my power cord. And I am sorry if this seems complicated for me. Plugging in something with one hand. Oh my god, it's a challenge. It is a challenge. Okay, so there's that. I just heard the amp kick on. And the prop controller is working. It's got a green light on. So now the other thing I need to do before we turn her on, so I want to show you the back and kind of her mechanism. So this is all steel welded back here, really strong. That's, you know, why we purchased a prop like this. We wanted something that was really going to last a long time. Here is your air hose connection down here. You also have your solenoid valves. You have your pneumatic cylinder here that makes her head go up and down. And then you also have her water jar. So what we'll need to do is take the cap off of this guy and fill it with some water over here. This is like a fun challenge doing all this with one hand while trying to make sure the camera's in focus. So I just have some water in a pitcher. I had it out here in the garage, that's why I'm using it. Probably want to get enough water in there to make sure that the water hose actually is submerged. Okay. Let's put that bugger on. And you can see that the hose is buried. Oops, a little foggy. You can see how hot it is here. And this container, once screwed on, actually fits inside of her cavity. It's all foam. You can see it's one piece on the back that's been painted. Her ponytail is also zip tied to the air lines that come off the back and her spitter. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your airline connection, which I'm trying to get it off my power cord. So I'm going to take your airline connection, quick connect, and connect her up. And this I'm going to set down the camera for a second because this I need two hands for. Alright. Perfect. So let's give her a push. Now I have this pressure set at the air compressor really low. I just don't want to overpower her, and I'm not sure what she's going to do. So let's give her a shot. And immediately what I can see is she's moving and she's working. However, the pressure on my air compressor is set way, way, way too low. So I'm going to go turn that up, and then I'll be back, and then we'll check her out with some sound and, you know, really in action. Okay, y'all. So it's just been one of those days, if y'all know what I mean. I kid you not, my air compressor just died. In the 30 seconds it took for me to walk over, turn it back on, and wondering why it wasn't kicking on, it died. So we're going to go get a new air compressor, and we'll give this a shot. To be continued.